Okay, welcome back. I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to 140,000 Rogue Trader. We are still carrying on right where we left off. We're going to head into the palace, see if there's anything in there. Because I get the feeling that's where they're going to have to be. I don't want to be around the riffraff of the local lords today. The local nobility is such small fry for a rogue trader. Especially one with a head wedged up their arse. That was the other thing I wanted to look at actually is... Bling, come on. Thank you. Features. Archetypes. Officer. Reputation. We need Fellowship of the Void, the Imperial Navy. Biography. Dogmatic. We're getting there. We are also iconoclastic, but we're very dogmatic, and we're not really very heretical. Which is roughly what we wanted. We're getting towards very much Puritan. That's pretty much what I want. Everybody's enjoying the party. There's plenty of aristocrats hanging around down here. Who have we got? Aristocrats having a bickering session down there. My personal chambers where I can hide. What have they done to these? Ah, they've got them all back up running. There's a las gun in there. I like that. My desk. Lots of bookie cases. My bedroom. Ooh. Storeroom. Private hiding place. Yeah, I can handle that. Down here. Yep, we've already done all that. Master of Ceremonies. Swords. Swords belong to previous governor of Vestal 6 who staged revolt hundreds of years ago. The insurrectionist hands preserved against decay still rest on the sword's hilt. Gun. Swords. More guns. A bolter, a stub pistol. Aristocrats. What have we got here? Collection of proudly displayed weapons that belong to distinguished rogue traders of the von Valencius household. More aristocrats. Aha, they're over here. Kogos Wintertails, keep in there you are. Welcome to the circle, which remembers powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain at as the last. That's to say, the noble rogue traders. Yes, you found yourself suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions, boast about your power, and indulge in your profane pastimes with one who is your equal rather than a member of the lower classes. I welcome you to my domain, observed the rogue traders. Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking young man. He carries a flash and bright smile, no less dazzling than the blade of a power axe he carries. Every part of him, from toes to magnificent boots to the tip of his hair, radiates strength and desire to live and win. His smile is crooked, ready to turn a snarl at any moment. Next to him is an unmoving hulk of a man clad in armour. His low forehead and gloomy face bear signs of degradation. His bloodshot eyes are expressionless like a pair of glass buttons. His Eliot Shorter radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at her left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she is embodiment of a true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. Hieronymus also, you met on footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Welcome you to my domain, honoured guest. My, what hospitality. Come to the view, or I expect anything different from the air of the glorious Theodora. If you, Incendia, were to pay me a visit, I wouldn't waste time on warm greetings either. No, I'd promptly arm myself with a flamer before your self-righteous parasites can infest my entire palace. Caligos, thank you for your visit. As a sign of gratitude, you could return something of mine that's found its way into your pockets. Footfall? Sound familiar? All I asked you to do was help that crafty slug variant deal with the threat of having not claimed my property for yourself. You abandoned it to its fate. You speak of salvation. You think now Footfall is safe? All to make your protector bleed as compensation, but you have spitted both myself and Incendiary. It's high time our dear sister curbed her appetites. For this I forgive you, but do not test my mercy again. It is not my strong suit. Thwarting Incendiary Chorder's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. He snaps his fingers in the arm, but hands you an exotically adorned rifle, clearly not of human making. It's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime. You can show yourself in action, new blood. Thank you for the wonderful gift. Kill someone important with it. Be the best show of gratitude. You seem to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on Footfall. Then at long last I had a chance to put an end to it. To seize that thug Verdin by the throat. To try and force Footfall to atone and put fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. Theodora taught you too well, it seems. She too was far less concerned about her duty to expand to their own personal interests. But you can be sure I will not cease cleansing the Funabundus system of the pirate scourge. And if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you will only have yourself to blame. None are without fault, noble Incendiar. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? You threatened Star Footfall. I brought them salvation and switched us as the Emperor and wished their own unhealthy ambitions. Please, I believe it no sooner than hearing the word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent to the void's embrace. I have faith that Blessed Sigmund is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents. Your view here is Hieronymus is my confessor. I'm greatly obliged to him for agreeing to accompany me on this journey. May the Emperor's light guide your way across the abyss of human wickedness. I saw Sister Argento at your side during the ceremony and rejoiced. This is a clear sign of Von Bless's dynasty honors the virtuous. I see that faith is more than just a word to you. Faith is everything to me. In his name I have eradicated corruption on 100 worlds and will do so by thousands more. By his will I hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nests. Let the Chorder name make any firebrand tremble, for sooner or later I will cast them into the void. I believe you understand me. After all, your ascension was accompanied by the sound of holy hymns all over the planet. With this song of righteousness on their lips, your subjects walk toward a dark future filled with blood and trials. Funny thing is, people still call me foul-tempered tyrant. I thank you for the visit, Incendiary. It will not be a long one, I assure you. What do you think of my celebration? I liked it. Can one instantly tell we've been invited by a rogue trader, not some administrator bootlegger. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xenos empires. Caligos, you should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not a Xeno menagerie, a pirate's treasure hold, or however difficult it may be for you to believe, an orbital brothel. Enjoy the evening, I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full. Just to justify a longer voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Sigmund. The Emperor protects. Indeed he does. What an arse. Hope was pleased but not tired yet. If you wish to revive yourself to the life, suggest proceeding to the courtyard, if it may be so bold. Many guests have chosen to move into the fresh air. What did you think of my reception? It is magnificent. I dare say you will live on the premier... And we wish to retire to my chambers. Your chambers are ready, but I must inform you that servitor over there approached me and said it has a message for you. It speaks surprisingly fluent, expressive for a servitor, so someone must put the message into it. It could be a secret dispatch. I'll return to the guests. They'll be delighted. Now, where is this servitor? Heinrich, Sauerback. Well, congratulations, your lordship, thank you. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. Topper the Grabback looks rather anxious. Mary Sauerback dressed surprisingly plainly and austerely for an aristocrat of such high rank is frowning suspiciously. He came to reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded ornament necklace around her throat. His wife, probably. Heinrich, who joined the group unnoticed, both keep silent, listening to their every word. How are you these days, Torina? The corruption of Kiva was a great blow to my family. The contemptible cubist Delphin betrayed our trust and desecrated the forged cathedrals and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly forgive our negligence. I'm ready to accept any punishment. There's something locally Torina's repentant expression, a grudge. It seemed that she was personally offended by the nightmare in which cubist Delphin plunged her domain and feels betrayed. Tell me more of your family. We Grapax originate from the Calais sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Lathe Worlds. We faithfully, for the good of our masters, Eli Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service we gained the spark of the Unsire's knowledge. Then fate tied us through the bonds of fealty to the vulnerable House von Valentius dynasty, and we found ourselves in the Cronus Expanse. Generation after generation, we have fulfilled our duty flawlessly, until Kiva Gamma destroyed and disgraced our name. Do your part to heal the wounds inflicted, and your house will be forgiven. I swear on the Omniside's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. Nice. It's only a year ago, none could doubt how Scrapek's usefulness, yet here you are to not only all these justifying the cost. I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. I am a servant of the von Valentius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honour. Marcus's wife offers you charming smiles as if apologising for her husband's vitriolic tone. What's displeased you, Marcus? I am your dynasty's loyal servant, but you have vast noble answer. For too long the Cronus Expanse lived under the rule of rogue traders, a privilege granted to them make people think that commoners can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, rogue traders must become paragons of law, not exceptions to it. But why do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? They do not. Even your lordship is subject to the strangest of rumours. You recently inherited your protectorate, Comrade Volibear's people, for instance, claim that you had a hand in the esteemed Theodore's demise and accuse you of many other misdeeds. Doesn't matter whether or not the claims are true. The people hear them, believe them, and think they may follow your example. Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority. We are the long arm of the Imperium, and I shall prove it to you. I won't dare accuse you of anything else, your lordship. I am simply concerned that if you happen to lay my concerns to rest, how Sauerbeck will be praying for your well-being every day. The Sauerbeck line was one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Cronus Expanse. For millennia we have served the Golden Throne, and kept the Sauerbeck warriors have bled in hundreds of wars and at different times have ruled many a colony. I'd become better acquainted with your wife. Now to be in your company. You flatter me, your lordship, but I can't say it's not to my liking. I shall continue testimony to speak of his beautiful wife any longer. I'm glad to know you think highly of my beauty. I see. Interesting conversation, very illuminating. Give me plenty of food for thought. You tell me about my guest here. Marcus Sauerbeck is all but throwing darts at your portrait. He's more astute to choosing women than enemies. He's trying to entice Grapak to his side, but she's too frightened after the fiasco. Even in leisure, you never cease to be of help. I appreciate it. That's why they call the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even in sleep, I hear everything. Before the gala continues, there's something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense a wave of darkness that will soon hit our defensive lines, and I hope I still get a chance to meet you there as an ally. Back away silently. That's the Winter Scales and Co. Ooh, and Skull. Skull of legendary pirate Lashen the Freak, who terrorized the Cronus Expanse 3 centuries ago. The last thing I want to do is, please allow me to escort you.
Your chambers are ready, your lordship. Guards! Intruder!
Time to sleep. We need to talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valentius.
The one behind Calazar clan back on glares you, face set and penetrated for immediate violence, a hallmark of professional bodyguard.
A commendable openness to cooperation. It will be taken into account. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words.
Oh.
What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
Oh, she was searching Luftmund's powers like a regicide player. Just made the first move and then wait for its supposed reaction. Feels an awful lot like an interrogation.
We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
What do you wish to know about Janus?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
Percentage's misdeeds are stayed upon my family's honor, I admit it.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
Can you intervene?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We have the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution without any room for error.
Ooh.
Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
What questions do you have for me, Kiva?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphin so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
I made every effort and saw that the very seed of heresy was exterminated. The world of Kiva Gamma is tainted no more. I can vouch for that.
I hope you are sufficiently thorough. If you are not, you will be called to account. And the machine? You destroyed it. Why? So much invaluable data lost. In Master Van Kellogg's dispatch, he reported that he made you well aware of how important that data was, and he clearly requested that you not interfere in the investigation.
I saved the people to my emperor given to you. The machine held dark and dangerous knowledge. If they laid their hands on the foundness, it would have caused nothing but harm.
Consider yourself more competent to assess this risk than myself or Master Van Kellogg's? Curious assertion.
Did you go have shown interest in me and into my room, Capital?
Yes, the enmity between you is a known fact, but there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and leave. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times, and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
I'm waging war on Xenos, a war to the death. My worlds are being plundered and desolated. That brands me apostate. I invite you to be my judge.
Be careful with your words, rogue trader. I assure you, if the need arises, I'll require no invitation. And if my arguments sound unconvincing to you, it will not change a thing. All that matters is whether or not they sound convincing to me.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rycat Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voigtvier about you? Was it virtuous of you to allow the warp-stricken Voigtsmen to join your crew? The ones who served on the ship, that was turned into a trap for you by Kunrad Voigtveer? Isn't it possible that they were part of the blight he had sown? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character. But it won't in this case.
Good.
The Inquisition, which I represent, is willing to show extraordinary faith in your person. For the sake of our invaluable partnership, I'm going to ignore any minor liberties that you, esteemed rogue trader, may have afforded yourself or may again in the future.
Good.
I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did. And benefited greatly from it. The warrant's power is not without limit, and neither is the protection it provides. All those mysterious expeditions, dubious experiments, collections of xenotech oddities are dangerous pastimes. It takes more than the Emperor's permission to pursue them without consequences. One must also make sure I am not displeased by it.
Yeah, true.
Let me demonstrate how it works. In your retinue, there is a psyker who is yet to receive Terra's sanction, which, as we both know, is a grave threat and a blasphemy to the laws of the Imperium. I am aware of this secret, but I'm not displeased in the slightest. And so she lives on, your handy psyker, Idira Tlass.
Why such an interest?
You haven't been in a position of power for long, and so one can forgive you for not noticing the troubling changes. The cult of the Final Dawn is spreading in the Coronis Expanse. Not the first or the last heresy that has afflicted this sector, but one that is surprisingly resilient. Mysterious convoys are sliding by, bound for systems in the heathen stars. Just your humdrum pirate trade, wouldn't you say? Then why are the pirates themselves clueless? The Xenos, who have caused trouble in the sector before, have expanded their activities in the last few decades, and there is a logic and a method to their previously chaotic raids. Even 2 packs of space wolves, blessed space marines summoned in my name, did not cool their interest in the Expanse.
Yeah, so 2 packs of Adeptus Astartes, Space Wolves specifically, the route. Wouldn't want to have been a Xenos around them. Or a Heretic. Or indeed anybody, really.
A mighty explorator fleet, which has studied the Expanse for hundreds of years, has suddenly stopped responding to communication and sunk into a dispute over a tech heresy that was considered dead a couple of centuries ago. House Chorda has clamped down on insurgents, yet its acts of brutality breed troublemakers just as quickly as they're executed. And this bloody carousel has consumed the attention of the esteemed incendiary. Caligos Winterskill has abruptly lost all interest in his domain. His only apparent concern now is hunting ever more dangerous xeno-beasts. And the third and final rogue trader has unexpectedly perished, stabbed in the back by her own master of whispers. The Expanse is swiftly losing its protectors right when communication with the Imperium is being disrupted by the raging warp. Basically, all the Expanse has left is me and you, if you follow my instructions.
Is Hendrik staying in my retinue or are you taking him back?
Which would you prefer? And you, Heinrichs, do you wish to continue working at the Honorable Rogue Trader's side?
I will comply with any order, Lord Inquisitor. If you command me to remain in the company of the scion of the von Valancius dynasty, I won't be distressed.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
Alright.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
Now, what kind of deal are we talking about?
No deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
Thank you.
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. Scarlet means that you have shed your blood for the good of the Imperium, and therefore you deserve to have his servants shed their blood for you. Your zeal is impressive. However, I cannot accept such an oath from you. At least, not now. You will be more useful to the Inquisition in your current position than as a member of my coterie. Nevertheless, this is a gift. A sign that your fervor has not gone unnoticed. Should it remain undiminished, one day this blade will be melted down to make your inquisitorial rosette. Such is the tradition of our conclave.
Ooh.
Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened, but not now, I presume. Right now, it will be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
I just wanted to go to bed, dude. Make with the yakety yakety yak 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 yak.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly,
Good.
for none knew what fate might await them.
So they should. Worship my feet. Worship my feet? That sounded weird. Bow at my feet. That was what I meant to say. You spent the first few hours of your morning listening to the High Factorum's lengthy report on the latest trade exchanges, assignments, disputes, countless bureaucratic procedures. From outside the illuminated, tightly closed windows, you can hear muffled sounds of Dragonis and its everyday life. A life that has been passing you by lately. You've been preoccupied with the affairs of your protectorate from dawn till dusk. Yeah, sounds about right. Commissar barely contains a yawn. Once Janaris Donrak is finished, she puts out a data. Thank you for your report, High Factorum. Your work is highly appreciated by everyone here and the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, we're almost done here. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda. I'd just like to report to you. Truly, the God Emperor has blessed me with diligent subjects. Speak. Allow me to pass on gifts from your Lord's subjects, the high nobility of Dargonus. It goes without saying that every living soul in the Protectorate is blessed to serve your Lordship faithfully and wholeheartedly. However, this humble gesture is meant as a token of deepest appreciation of your magnanimity towards their esteemed families. Ooh! Trophies, uniform kits, provisions. Nice. Mechanicus Creations. House Capacious shuttles carry sacred technology and manufactured parts that can be used to replace old joints and connections with the mechanism. The machine spirits of these devices have been pacified and their slumbering peacefully to make decision how to employ their capabilities. Mechanicus Creations, lots of them. News of particular import have come from House Intelligence. Lord Inquisitor Calazar is rumoured to be planning a visit to Footfall. A number of Imperial Navy ships were commandeered by Lord Calazar and they're being scrambled to Footfall. Furthermore, we have received reports claiming the secret messages were delivered to the capital worlds of Houses Corda and Winterscale. It's possible the Lord Inquisitor's call to arms may smother the conflict that is brewing between the two dynasties. We're seeing an increasing number of skirmishes between the ships in neutral systems. I don't doubt that her ladyship Corda will attempt to sway the Inquisitor to her side, especially since his lordship Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out on several worlds, and yet he has shown no intention of quelling them. Instead, the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishments on one of his oldest colonies, Vesuvius Secundus, based on allegations of seditious sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents weren't able to find any proof of sedition amongst the populace. As far as we have any updates, you'll be the first to know, your lordship. Lastly, your pet Xeno, Irelet, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. She has the audacity to bar the rogue trader's palace with her profane presence and refuses to leave until she's spoken with you. I've never presumed to read the emotions of a Xeno, but Eldari appear perturbed. I believe she mentioned a void ship of some sort. It may be best if she told you everything directly. And with that, please allow me and Master Dragonrock to take our leave. Perhaps at last quest will serve as a welcome distraction. Indeed, your lordship's stay on Zargonis has been rather long. However, your protectorate is now enjoying a period of relative stability that for the time being no longer demands your lordship's personal involvement in its affairs. Glory to the rogue trader. Go away. Go. Leave me. Off. Go. I hate meetings at the best of times personally, so yeah, I can understand that. Ugh. Is the data thing in here? I wonder. Goods. Goods. And gun. Ooh. And nice chair. And nice painting. And seat. Change the music. The rogue trader von Velasius, whoever enters lordship chambers will be eliminated. Your lordship, deepest apologies for the intrusion. Do you require assistance? But on second thought, we'd better just leave you in peace. Yep. You can go away as well. Go on, go away. Salute, and then get out. Collect all of this. Too many people that just need to piss off. Oh dear. Like I said, I fucking hate meetings myself at the best of times. Long to the road. Elentark, you last have left your ornate cage. For 8 times I sought to meet you, and yet your servant, the one who, like the silver-haired Abelard, but twice as young, has no favour the request of a child of Isuran. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the worlds intended for you. While you're mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted One's attack, I was able to not Karadak's fate, merely traces of it. As Muradan found sanctuary under the boughs of the Lythian forest, so did my other kin. The refuge system known as Atlas's Reach. We must make a journey there with haste. Before new dangers destroy the witnesses who can show me the way to Lost Karadak, the fate made shrouded by the stars. Their knowledge is a soul thread that may lead me to the truth, Elentark. I ask that your metal-winged ship take me there along the thread before it tears asunder. How were you able to contact those Eldari? No, I did not contact Hissariani, I've no means to do so, but I had enough time to explore the stone jungle of your world while you were preoccupied with urgent matters. The path the Outcast has taught me to observe and listen to the world around me, in this case the throngs of Monkey at the port. Errant conversations, rumours, chance words, part of a speckled mosaic, they came together to form a hazy image. My kin was seen in Atlas Reach. Now all we have to do is pull the web of connecting possibilities to uncover. Give me coordinates and I'll take you wherever you wish to go. You will? Thank you, Elentark. This path indeed takes me in truth, I'll be indebted to you. A rare happening between our kinds. Indeed. That now all that bullshit's out of the way, maybe we can get on and do something useful. But not today. Tech priests and all sorts around here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. But anyway, thanks for your time. I've been Cappadocia. Signing off.